Yo, welcome back. Started off with me working because I've been working on this for like 45 minutes now, and I am insanely aggravated. It took 45 minutes to get the power steering pump pulley on because it took 2 power steering pump pulley install tools to put it on. And then I had to change the pulley on the belt tensioner, which I'll show you guys here in a second. But I'm gonna hook up this PCV line real quick, just so that I can do it, getting out of the way. But the parts, so I just ended that, or I just posted the last video yesterday. This pulley and something else wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow, Monday, but it showed up today. So I, of course, started to work on it. But come on. Okay. I'm just gonna hook this up for now. It's not gonna be pretty. I'm basically hooking it up so I don't have a vacuum leak on the intake. I'm getting real tired of this, Grandpa. Okay. Where's Jeff? Jeff, Woosa. Not working. I need to punch somebody. I'm looking for mass airflow sensor so I can stick it on. You know, I don't care. I'm gonna start it up. Well, I'm going to start it and see, one, if the power steering pump throws fluid everywhere. 2, see if the belt flies off. 3, if both those things happen. I will not be saying see you guys tomorrow. I'm just going to walk off. Because I'm already tired of this. It should have been nice and simple. Just throw the power steering pump pulley on, throw the belt on, 10-15 minutes max. But instead, it's got to be 45 minutes to an hour at least. My luck is not going to start. Oh, brother. So it's probably just going to idle high real quick. I found it. Oh. Just bear with me a little bit longer. Okay. Let's see what she does. Actually, forgot something else. Where'd I put the key? Okay, so I'm leaking power steering fluid, but can't tell from where. So with it being dark, I gotta use my phone as a flashlight because I somehow lost my little black one. I don't think it's anything major though. I can't see. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yo, welcome back. Even though I just said this, but I figured I'd come back and do my usual intro. But yeah, yesterday getting the power steering pump pulley on, and the very minor things I did yesterday was just it's ridiculous how dumb it is that simple stuff just can't be simple. But on a good note, I got it fixed. So all it was that banjo fitting right there. It sandwiches two of the copper washers, and I was missing the copper washer that goes on the bottom side of the banjo fitting, so I got that in. That was a pain because it's very hard to get to the actual banjo bolt because you can't get a socket on it because the pulley's in the way. So you got to squeeze a 7/8 wrench in there, and that's a pain. But I got the leak fixed. Power steering is done. Belt is done. Now we can move on. We can do the cooling fan, the air intake, upper radiator hose, and all I gotta do is cut this to fit. So I'm gonna let God dang. Not only did I bump the side of my leg on this, I'm tired of this shit, bro. Jeff, you better pick that broom up, start sweeping, or else it's gonna get ugly again. You already got 2 Band-Aids. Don't make me add another. What'd you say? That's what I thought. But yeah, okay, so pretty simple. We're technically at the end. This is it. Oh, here's the transcooler. I didn't show you guys last video. I got the transcooler in right there. So close the hood. Bam, getting some airflow. I think I just closed the hood on. Oh, okay, we're good. I thought I slammed that on it. I didn't. But yeah, so that should definitely see much cooler transmission temps. Hey, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. Much cooler transmission temps than the factory setup. I don't know, like the factory setup was literally like down in here. I assume there's supposed to be some type of scientific flow of air doing something from the factory, but we got rid of that. That's just a 6-row transcooler from Amazon. I'll put the link to it in the description. I'll put a link to this radiator in the description too. That radiator hose, of course the number is on this white tag, but I can't. Can you see anything? 2? That's all you got? What if I put you like this? What do we got? Can we see anything? I don't know. Do you see something? Because I didn't. But okay, let's throw the fan on. It's just a single 16-inch fan. I'm going to throw it smack dab in the middle right there. And also, that's another reason why I put the transcooler in the middle instead of off to the side over here, off to the side over there, because the fan is going to be dead center in the middle, so it's going to be pulling air directly through the transcooler too, while it's pulling it through the AC condenser. But all right, let's finish this up. I'm getting real tired of this, Grandpa. Okay, It's very simple. Also, well, I'll get into how I'm gonna wire it. Can't forget that part. But we're just gonna right on. Throw you right. Well, no. Oh wait, we're gonna do this. Okay. So we're gonna do this differently than normal. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, I'm not centered. There we go. What have you guys been up to? Oh yeah? That's good. Really? That's crazy. I can't believe she'd do something like that. Can't trust these hoes. Ask me how I know. Huh, Jeff? I know you don't get any. You wouldn't know. Okay. So. No! So you're thinking, Anthony, pull the radiator out and then put the fan on. Well, let me tell you something, Junior. Getting that radiator hose on was not fun. So with that being said, it is staying on, and I'm going to do this the hard way. I am not going to attempt to get that little radiator hose back on. This is still easier than getting that radiator hose back on. Hey, stay with me. Stay with me. No. I am burning up because I can't have my big fan on or else you guys won't hear me. So for your viewing pleasure, I'm sweating my you-know-what's off. Okay, there we go. People still call these dikes? Are we allowed to do that? Who knows? We're just here to build cars. That's all we care about. Y'all think I should take Jeff with the test ride on me? Whoa, whoa, hey, yo! A test ride with me. Yeah, you better chill out on that grinning. I misworded that. Big time. Ain't no way. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, this is a nice seat. So, you got the factory plug. I'm going to just take my test light and see which one gets key on power. And because I'm not gonna cut this plug out. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can just stick a plug in here. So take the battery back up. So no power with key off. So there's no constant power. Okay. Key on. Nobody. Nobody? Then how was the fan getting power? Unless on the factory setup. Well, alrighty then. I'm gonna have to find what we got going on over here. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta find key on power and wire this up. Okay, so cooling fan is done. I just ran it, I hooked it up to the ignition switch, so we know that obviously works. The customer also gave me the okay to cut the factory hold down piece right here. I just had to chop off a little bit on that side to clear that bad boy, because of course I went blink. The cap, golly, the radiator cap is hot. So now we got to do the upper radiator hose, which is Gates 24381, and I like this one because it gives me the perfect amount of space to go around the power steering reservoir. If you got one for like a GTO or anything with a car water pump to upper radiator hose port on this side, they'll sit, the curve is pretty close that way. This one extends out a little bit farther and is perfect for this. But we gotta do two things. We gotta shorten it here in the middle, and we gotta shorten it here where it connects to the upper radiator port, which is perfectly fine because this is going to go in there anyways, so I have to cut it regardless. So we're just gonna guesstimate and be like, yeah, sure, that looks good. Yep. Did I tell you how hot it was? I don't remember. It's too hot to remember. I'm not getting any airflow. Alright. So there's that part. In the way. Alright, cut a little bit more off this one. Close enough. So let's tighten this on there. Okay, this is it. This is the finale. Got upper radiator hose all done, coolant crossover done. Just did the PCV line, cut that to fit. Now intake. So the plan is to, what I'd like to do is run it this way. So what we're gonna have to do is kind of just play with it for a second, no diddy, and see what we're working with. I don't know. So I always keep extra pipe. But anyways, sorry. Because I use these intakes a lot, so I always, any decently long one that's cut half decently straight, decently half. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll use that as my spacer. And I always use these Spectra, whatever, this bad boy, whatever we're calling it these days. So I'll put that on there. And then I'll put my piece on here. Like that. Then do that like on there. Oh, I gotta clean up this end. Stay. Oh, so close. Mass airflow sensor. I mean, it's gonna be better than that. So bam, there it is. I'm gonna get a mass airflow extension. That was just the only way it'd reach. I'm getting an extension so I can hide the wiring. But that's it for now. Got the coolant crossover, upper radiator hose all done. But yeah, and it doesn't hit the hood when it's closed. So there we are. We got electric fan hooked up. We got upper radiator hose done, coolant crossover done, PTV line, PTV, yeah, I think, is that what it's called? PTV, PTC, PTG, Lakers in 5. Radiator, hold down, and now I'm just filling it up with coolant. It's already pre-diluted, so just filling her on up. And then I probably need to add a tad bit of transmission fluid from the little bit of transmission fluid I lost Want to put the cooler in, but then just test drive and cross our fingers. But I gotta do dinner stuff real quick. Might even take a shower. But yeah, we'll be right back and finish this off. No diddy. Okay, so I forgot about the 3-wire temp sensor, which I just attempted to do. So these colors that came on this sensor were red, yellow, green. Red being ground, yellow being yellow to the, so you got your harness wires, black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Red and yellow was the harness. And the green is the sender wire for your factory wiring, whatever you want to call it. And of course, over here on this car, after some researching, some of these wires, which is a whole rat's nest in there, the wiring schematic says dark green. Now there's about 5 greens where 3 of them have a white stripe and 2 of them don't. So I tied into the 2 that don't, and I didn't get anything. So I'm gonna have to continue to research that, try and figure that out, because that's the only thing left on the dash to get working is the water temp gauge, which would be nice to have. But now I'm at the point I got to bleed the cooling system, which I've showed you guys a million times how I do it. So I'm gonna set y'all up, bleed it, and then we can go for a test drive and finally finish this. All right, let's get my gauges turned on. So the AC is hooked up, but it's definitely out of Freon. Safety first. Jeff is unable to come with us. He is predisposed right now. I really didn't have to do anything to the coolant temp, or the bleeding the cooling system, because it seemed to have been already bled. I think this has somewhere around a 190, 200 thermostat. See where we're at. Yeah, because we're just chilling at 200. So we gotta get a scoot on it. Oh, dang it. The wheel chalk. I had it in neutral from checking the trans fluid. Not sure if you can hear, y'all can hear the squeaking, but I think that pulley I put on the belt tensioner is having issues. No plates. It's hot. Half a tank of gas. Let's see what she does. Why are the dome lights? Why is the light still on? Oh, there we go. Okay, turn them on. Oh, put your mirrors out. We're gonna squeak all the way to the gas station.
you're shifting, it's nice and smooth. Can't see shit. That blocks the whole window. Brakes are good. They just definitely like maybe just some new pads on the back. Really, I really don't see any issues with them. We're chilling at 200 for the coolant temp. No flashers? Okay. Sure. We got left? No. Right? No. Fluid temp is 127, which is pretty cool. Oh, 129. Coolant temp is 203. Yeah, this has to have a thermostat around. I wonder if it has a factory 210 thermostat. Now we're at 205. Brakes are pretty good. Well, this is also coming from someone who daily drives a car where the brake pedal goes all the way to the floor and the car still doesn't come to a complete stop. I'm working on it. All right. See if we got overdrive. Overdrive. Now we had overdrive. I think, you know what? Oh, I don't know what rear gears this has in it. It definitely hit overdrive though. But it seems like when I gave it gas, it dropped a gear. Interesting. Might have to take it on a longer straightaway on the way home while I have no plates. That's fine. That's all right. Wait, what side's the gas on? Right side? Left side? I have no idea. Yeah, it's on that side. Where's my key? Did I lose the key? I better not have. Kind of need that. Where's the key? Did I leave it at the house? Okay. That was a good gas station stop. Let's keep it pushing. JK, everybody, JK. I should have gotten into the ECU and looked to see if it's set up for the tire height and the gear ratio that this has. I'm not sure what gear ratio it has anyways, but where'd my key go? miles an hour at 3,000 RPMs. Maybe low on transmission fluid now, since I ran it through the gears. See how it shifts under the light throttle. Yeah, it's got to be low on transmission fluid. There's no way. It's acting like it doesn't have any gears now. Well, only like first and second gear type. Alright, I'm gonna just cruise. I'm just down the street from my house, so I'm just gonna cruise. I'm gonna check the transmission fluid. I'm gonna hook it back up to HB tuners and see what it has for tire height and gear ratio. And then we'll test drive it again. Yeah, the RPMs on, oh no, they're a tad bit off on the digital gauge versus the gauge on here. See there, it's shifted. So I need to check transmission fluid, and I need to check and see if it has the TCC switch on the brake pedal. Because I do know there's a purple wire on the harness still in the engine bay, and usually on the harnesses I use the purple wire as your TCC switch wire. So if that's not hooked up, that's obviously going to cause no overdrive. Okay, so I got into the ECU. It is set up for 25-inch tall tire with 373s, but it wasn't set up for a 4L80E. It was still set up for a 4L60, so fingers crossed that fixes it. I found my key. Yeah, that's that squealing I'm talking about. I think it's the tensioner pulley. Come on, come on. I ain't got time for all this. Okay. brother. I do not want to have to change a transmission. No, that's not. I ain't even gonna waste my time driving any longer. That seems like it's slipping. Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's it wants to shift into the gear, but it goes right past it. It slips. Oh, brother. Well, awesome. I'm gonna have to do more diagnosing. I don't even know. So let's back up to the first test drive. It was shifting smooth until I got it up to speed, like 60 miles an hour, 55, 50 miles an hour, something like that. But then, oh, hold on. But then remember I said that it had gone anyways, that I said I think it dropped a gear because I sped up or something. No, that makes more sense now. That could have been the moment that it just started slipping. So yeah, well, that's it for this one. I'm gonna keep diagnosing. I'll probably get back into the ECU, change it back to 4L60, see if that is anything, but I mean, it's definitely not a 4L60 transmission. So really don't want to replace transmission, but because I actually have a swap coming in soon that y'all will be excited for. But all right, appreciate you watching. Hopefully I can figure it out and it don't require me replacing a transmission in this hot Texas sun, but if I do, I do. So be it. Appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm trying to figure out some shirts, but at the moment I'm too busy stuck on this issue. So go kiss your mom on the lips for me. Tell her daddy's gonna be home late.